Hey, Jazzy fam, here we are. Week 4 of the Divine Nine Line Dance Health Challenge and Fundraising Campaign. Score report. Week number 4. People, it's getting hot in here. There must be some deltas in the atmosphere. Hey. This I couldn't have imagined how this is going, but it's getting exciting for the D9. But before I get into the score report, I just want to talk about why I feel like I'm so passionate about this initiative. I was talking to one of my soror friends, and I was saying that I really feel I'm so passionate is because I attended the Global Obesity Summit. And when I attended the Global Obesity Summit, I was nearly 300 pounds in weight. Just moved to Mississippi and was content. But at that summit that was attended by doctors from all over the world, I learned these facts about our children having shortened lifespans, the quality of life that our children will experience, parents. We're living in an age where parents will bury their children, and that Black and brown children were at a 50% higher prevalence than any other ethnicity for childhood obesity. So those things really, I had a moment. And I said, we can't do this. And then being here at this time in my life, and both of my parents having transitioned, and my brothers and I, they needed care. And my brothers and I were able to provide them with care before their transition, without sending them to a nursing home and all of that. But it's work caring for a parent that is bedridden, and even wheelchairs and walkers, and lifting and cleaning and feeding. It can take a toll. And we are at a juncture here where we don't turn this thing around, reverse this health disparity, it's going to be the parent in one bed and the child in the other. And that's just something I can't, and I know that's why I'm so passionate about this, is because this health disparity, this one, has no extenuating factors. It's just us. It's just us. It's what we put in our bodies and how we move our bodies. And that decision is up to us. Now I got that off my chest. Another thing that I don't think we're really clear on, that I learned when we started, after the Global Obesity Summit, my husband and I, we started going to all of these seminars and workshops to really understand what obesity was and so on and so forth. Now, I'm her. I'll just say that. Because every conference and seminar and workshop we were sitting in, the people that were on the microphone talking about childhood obesity and awareness and prevention and all this, they were obese. I'm her. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, that don't go together. And it didn't. It doesn't process. And I'm telling you now, that is what keeps me going. Now, our program is not designed for denial. It is designed for being mindful and conscious about what you intake. Because I still love red velvet. I still love dessert. I know when me and my husband started, we would go out to eat and we would both get desserts. But after we started this, we would get one dessert and split it and say half the calories. And so that's what we do. We went to, matter of fact, after the Ali Sadiq comedy concert and we left there, we went to IHOP and we split an omelet and we split the pancakes. Yes. Yeah. So it's not about denying yourself. People ask me if I'm vegan. No, I'm not vegan. I'm just vegan. I'm eating a lot more vegetables as I'm learning about my body. Our bodies are created from the substances of the earth. So the things that are grown from the earth are the most healthiest for our bodies and help us to feel good in our bodies. And then there's Silas. My friend Silas. Silas is a white male from Wyoming. Silas is 20 or 21, one of those. He could be my son. And Silas and I, we have these great conversations. And we had one just a day ago. And, you know, he knows about this initiative. We've talked about it and what we're doing and all of that. And Silas said, he said, you know, I am happy that my parents were health conscious and taught us about being healthy. And he says, I see families. He said black families. I see black families where out in public, where everybody, and he said overweight, but I know he really wants the obese from, and because I've seen them, mama, daddy, children, everybody. And statistics say if you are an obese child, it's more than likely that you will become an obese adult. That's research, Google it. And so Silas was saying how he was so thankful that his parents were health conscious and they instilled that in him on how he eats. And you know, he rides his bicycle to work, he boxes, he gets a lot of exercise in and all this kind of stuff. So, but he said this to me that I had never connected or thought about. As he was speaking, he said how he sees the black families out and how everybody is overweight. And he said these words, and he says, I look at them and I think they will never have the opportunity, if they don't change, to know what it feels like to be in a healthy body. Y'all, when I say that arrow right there, and he was just talking, He continued to talk. I didn't stop, but that arrow right there, that hit me right here. Because I know culturally how we, I know when I came up, people was big boned, or you was juicy, or it was baby fat, or look at that juicy baby. And I used to, little babies, I'd be like, give me that ham hock leg. I'd be blowing on it. How you blow in the baby's stomach and make them laugh. I'd be blowing on their legs and making them laugh, And I was born a size 12. And it went up from there. I still got health goals. Even though my husband and I have lost and maintained over a 200-pound weight loss for 10 years. But still in this thing, in this journey to be healthy every day. But when Silas said those words, my Caucasian white young man from Wyoming, I never thought about that. Can you imagine our children never having the experience of feeling healthy, or having the feeling of a healthy body while in this physical realm? Never thought about it, but that hit hard. It hit, and that's why I'm so passionate, people. And that's why the Divine Nine Health Challenge and Fundraising Campaign is so important. Because what I've realized over these past 14 years, and I've said it before, children don't buy groceries, they beg for them. But we're the ones who have to get healthy. We have to become the inspiration specialist for our children. We have to do that. Not them, us. We're the ones that's supposed to be here training up a child. Hey, how you doing? You all right, baby? We're the ones who have to be here to train up a child. So we have to be the ones to do better for our children to be inspired to live healthier lifestyles. That's on us. And especially for Divine Nine organizations. Divine Nine organizations who our founders were established these organizations to uplift our communities. That's why. Not just to step and stroll and do the calls and throw up the mids and all of this stuff. No, to uplift our community. And at the very foundation of that is our youth. Come on, people. Now, my daddy's name was Coach Jimmy Lee Wesley Sr. And he wasn't in no Divine Nine. I'm a legacy from my mama. And she was 10 toes down, knuckles to the ground about the work of Delta Sigma Theta, about the work. I didn't have to have nobody make up no public service for me. Because I was reading the little children when I could read. in the schools. I was working for the Chatham County Health Department. I was cutting the little fishes out and holding the fish over the eyes for the eye exams for children. I did that almost every summer. Red Cross volunteer. I did blood drives. I did voter registration. I was a candy striper at Memorial Hospital. Come on here. I had to make up nothing. So when I say all of my love, I'm talking about all of my sorority love, because all of my love go to me. But when we categorize sorority love, okay, all of that goes to DST, because I'm 10 toes down on the founders and what so many of our sorors accomplish for community. I ain't gonna go through the list of names, because there are several. And I know I thrust. Now, I don't know everybody else, what y'all got going on, but I know physical and mental health. Physical and mental health is one of ours. So when we talk about physical and mental health, we can't be like I was talking about in Mississippi, where we going to the meeting. Our thrust is physical and mental health, but we don't look like physical and mental health. Okay. I'm just saying. Let me get to the score report, because see, they used to call my daddy the Muhammad Ali of golf. He played golf, and my daddy had a lot of mouth. And I promise you, and those of you who know me, I promise you, I got it. I got that. Now, when I come on here and I feel like I'm coming before the world, I know how to be appropriate. Served on a lot of committees, got a lot of awards. I know how to be appropriate. But when we're talking about our children, and we're talking about their health, and we're talking about the legacy, y'all about to really see me. I see it in the comments. It's just coming out. It's just channeling when I get on the keyboards. And it's coming out. Because y'all think, y'all see me online and see what I'm doing. But I'm texting folk. I'm DMing folk. I'm calling folk. Because I'm serious about this. And let me say this. If it was something else out there that I knew was proven, evidence-based, comprehensive, and culturally relevant, like our program, I get behind it, because I got a list of stuff to do. But my focus is here because there is nothing more relevant than the upliftment and the foundation of our children. So aside from scholarships, aside from entrepreneurs, aside from careers, aside from all the degrees, you need your health. Where are we going without our health? Where are we going with 12 years being chopped off the lifespan? What are we doing? So I'm going to stay here until we reverse this health disparity, because it's on us. So all the ooping and stepping and chanting and strolling and all that, baby, they don't mean nothing. And let me tell some folk who aspire to be in any of the D9 organizations. These letters here don't make you. They ain't gonna make you no more of who you already are. So work on yourself being whole with a W. W-H-O-L-E. Work on that before you try to come over here. Because back in my day, when I pledged in fall of 1987, it was something called leaning on the shield. And what that meant was you don't have nothing but this. So you leaning on the shield. And if we move the shield, you going to fall flat on your face. Because that's all you got. All you got is talk about Delta. All you got is to oop and be at the party stepping. All you got. But other than that, you ain't got nothing. And when you in a stand, what I found it stood for, that don't mean nothing. Nothing. It's about the 5-point thrust that they established. It's about the work in the community. It ain't about lying about your public service so you could get and wear some letters so you could be cute and paraphernalia. It ain't about that. So let me get on to this score report. All right. We are in our 4th week. And baby, we in the game. We in the game. We in the game. Shout out to my sorors of the Statesboro Alumni Chapter for coming back and taking the lead over our sorors and Greekdom of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. You know I love Lala. Like I said, we wear different symbols, but we share the same heart. So they have came, Statesboro alumni have come back and taken the lead. Alpha Kappa Alpha, 2nd place, and Delta Sigma Theta Savannah alumni, 3rd place. Let me see. I'm going to post the score report. And then we have the Omegas, 4th place, and A5A is in 5th place. And then everybody else, where you at? Sigmas, Kappas, Zetas, Sigma Gamma Rhos. Phi Beta Sigmas. And then Iota Phi Thetas. Now I sent out all the correspondence to the information I found online to send correspondence to. I'm texting, I'm emailing, I'm DMing. I'm just saying, I'm waiting on you. I don't know. I'm gonna put out some more information about join the group. Do an intro post. Fill out the job form. Donate at least $1. And post workouts, videos only, and what you're eating. That's it. It's virtual. You don't have to be anywhere. Anywhere there's internet, you can get it done. Now let me talk about the D9 donors. Let me pull up my give y'all a breakdown because these scores are showing what's going on. Now, why is the Divine $9 donors so important? Don't holler. It's just $1. Okay? First, D9 is only here to lead. But this challenge is for everybody. So a part of being D9 is inviting community members to be a part of the challenge. We're supposed to be doing what our founders did, lead. But this is just not our challenge. This is for D9 to lead, to pick up the mantle and say, come on, let's do this health challenge together. Donate at least $1. Now, why is that important? Because we're not federally funded. And I explained this on another video. The reason we're not federally funded is because people who want to write those grants want $5,000 and $10,000 up front. And I can do an event with $5,000 or $10,000 on a grant that we might not get. So if any of y'all are grant writers out there, come on and volunteer to write a grant. We open, because that would help us to expand. This is proven because my husband is from the county that was researched and reported as the most obese county in America. And after 3 years of implementation of our program, we lost the heavyweight title. We have not regained it. And the reason the Global Obesity Summit was in Mississippi, because Mississippi was the most obese state in the nation, and we're not. And we're going to take some credit to that, because 9 years that we implemented that program there, we had people coming from 13 different counties and 6 different states to participate in the Fat to Fit Olympics. So we know it's proven. And we're the 12th poorest county in the nation. So guess what? If it could be done there, it could be done anywhere. So for this week, we had the Statesboro chapter. And I'm looking at my notes here. I need my glasses. Okay. Monthly meetups, no. Statesboro chapter. Delta Sigma Theta. They have donated a total in the 4 weeks of $451 for D9 dollar donors. DST Savannah alumni, $74. Omega Sci-Fi. Now really, one of my contacts donated $250, but she donated for Omega Sci-Fi because one of her cousins is one of their founders. And then another one of my frat from Jackson, Mississippi, Mr. Howard Sanders, donated another $25 for Omega Sci-Fi. For Mu Chapter, Omega Sci-Fi. So the Omegas here have $275. That's what got them on the scoreboard. Now this week we had an Alpha Gamma brother to join the challenge. So I'm just showing you how this works. So if I keep talking to people and they donating with the ID number of the Omegas, I'll write the check, the $1,000 check to the Mu Phi chapter in Savannah, because that's where we're having the event. So that's how powerful this challenge is, even though I ain't gonna feel too good about them. And I done had conversations, and you know who you are. I'm just saying. Where you at? But I'm going to keep talking, because it ain't about me. It ain't about me. It's about the children, for our youth. So, Mu Phi chapter, come on. What we doing? AKAs, they have $2 for D9 dollar donors. And that's fine, because guess what they doing? They posting their workouts, they posting their what they're eating. But again, this is a fundraising campaign. And then we have the alphas at $10. So I'm asking each of you to donate at least $1. Ask the people that you're inviting to donate at least $1. If we all do a little, we can get a lot done. So what's going to happen, because we have built relationships over the years. We do have people that donate to us each and every year. So we're going to have to take money, and that's the thing. We have to purchase the bicycles, all the equipment for the games, it's a lot. Paper, ink, pens, awards, decorations, all of that comes out of the budget. So we will have to take money from bicycles, because we're going to pay the award. We're going to pay the $1,000 cash donation to the chapter that accrues the most points. So, but it will be taking monies and funds from what we get in to buy bicycles and put on the event to pay. So, people, I need you all to donate at least $1. I'm going to put out a challenge for all of the groups to donate at least collectively $1,000 per chapter. It could be done. It's 340 sorors and Savannah alumni alone. If we all do a little. So the total that we've collected for Divine $9 donors is $812 total. Now, collectively, when $100 is donated under your ID number, under a chapter's ID number, you get credit for a bike donation. You also get an additional 30 points. So off of that first donation for the Omegas, they got an additional 60 extra points from that. People, we can do this. But we all have to come together. We can do this for our children. I'm excited about Ali Sadiq. We got a chance to chop it up. He just made Omega Psi Phi in April. He, like I said, working way before Omega Psi Phi. And he has pledged a $500 donation towards the award. And I appreciate that. I really do. I want to thank that brother. Because he didn't have to listen to me. He didn't have to engage in conversation. None of that. But he did. And he's doing amazing work in Houston that you don't even hear about. We hear about him as a comedian. We don't hear about the food banks. We don't hear about the gardens. We don't hear about his daughter who's a chef who is teaching young people all of their vegetables. We don't hear about that. But Ali Sadiq, he's doing all of that in Houston, Texas. All of that. So we need to shout out that brother, and we need to support him and his shows. If he coming to a city near you, please buy a ticket and go. And he funny as when I say he had me crying, I can't even give it away. But Fiesta in that open watermelon, oh my God. Yes, that part. But go check it out. Y'all will love it. Y'all will love it. Y'all will love it. Ali Sadiq, my friend. Q Psi Phi and DST is the baddest friend and the best sorority. Coo. Yes. All right. But we got this challenge going. And shout out to everybody. Everybody love a good game, friendly competition. For all my chapters who have no points on the board. Everybody love a comeback story. This thing does not culminate until July 19th. So y'all got time to get in where you fit in, get some points on the board, and give us a run for our money. Because guess what? It's all for the youth. So if you got that founder's frequency, what our organizations were established for, get in. Invite your friends, your family, your co-workers, your children. People, you get extra points for having children in your videos. Go get some children, your grandchildren, your children, your great-grand, some neighborhood children. Get them in the videos, dancing, working out. Let's get it. Eating healthy, trying healthy foods when you go out to a restaurant. You get points for those videos, just critiquing. So let's get it done, because this has been your girl, Jazzy J. And I say, Jazz love, Jazz do it, Jazz on the journey. And always, and I do mean always, remember in life to Jazz as you see it loves. Mwah.